a world of polished perfection, Ava's digitally curated life. Ava woke up in her smart home. Everything was perfect. Her breakfast was ready, news played on the screen, her perfectly filtered life was on social media. Her day was planned, efficient, yet a nagging feeling lingered. Was this it? Was this all there was? The drone delivered her packages. Each box was a symbol of her desires fulfilled, yet the emptiness remained. She had everything, yet felt empty. Searching for solace, she turned to her social media. Images of smiling faces, exotic vacations, and perfect lives filled the screen. The more she scrolled, the more hollow she felt. Glimmer of imbalance. A seed of doubt is planted in Ava's mind. Later that day, Ava met her friend Liam for their weekly virtual coffee date. Liam was a tech enthusiast, always chasing the latest gadgets. He excitedly told Ava about his new virtual reality headset. He was ecstatic, lost in the world of simulations. Ava listened politely, but his words felt distant. Something felt off, out of sync. His enthusiasm was palpable, yet she couldn't shake off the feeling of emptiness. Their conversation felt scripted, devoid of genuine emotion. Liam, consumed by his virtual reality, seemed oblivious to her growing unease. The disconnect. Ava notices the lack of genuineness in her interactions. As the days passed, Ava couldn't shake off the feeling of uneasiness. She started noticing the same pattern in her interactions. Everything was surface level, polished and perfect. Where were the raw emotions, the spontaneous laughter, the genuine connections? One sunny afternoon, Ava found herself observing a group of friends in the park. They were laughing, arguing, sharing stories, their faces full of life. Their interaction, messy and unpredictable, was a stark contrast to the curated perfection of her digital world. And for the first time, Ava felt a pang of envy. She yearned for that genuine connection, that shared human experience. A bold decision. Ava chooses to disconnect from her technology. The realization hit Ava like a ton of bricks. This perfect, technology-driven life was slowly suffocating her soul. She was living in a gilded cage of her own creation. A wave of fear washed over her, followed by a strange sense of liberation. She knew she had to make a change, a drastic one. She decided to disconnect. She switched off her devices, packed a small bag, and walked out of her perfectly automated home. The world outside seemed alien, chaotic, and exhilarating. The constant hum of technology was replaced by the cacophony of the city. The digital silence was deafening, yet strangely liberating. Stepping into the real world, Ava experiences a sensory overload. The city was a whirlwind of activity. People rushed by, their faces etched with a spectrum of emotions. The aroma of freshly baked bread wafted from a nearby bakery, mingling with the exhaust fumes of passing cars. Ava felt a wave of dizziness, overwhelmed by the sheer sensory overload. She wandered aimlessly, her feet taking her down narrow alleyways and bustling avenues. She saw street performers, their music raw and full of emotion. She watched children playing in the park, their laughter echoing in the air. The world outside the screen was flawed, chaotic, and utterly captivating. The beauty of unpredictability. Ava rediscovers joy in unexpected encounters. In this new world, stripped of digital filters, Ava started noticing the beauty in the ordinary. She found joy in unexpected encounters, in shared smiles with strangers, in the messy, unpredictable nature of human interaction. She started listening more than she spoke, absorbing the stories of the people she met. She volunteered at a local community garden, her hands getting dirty as she planted seeds and nurtured life. She joined a book club where passionate discussions about fictional characters made her feel more connected than ever before. The digital world, with its artificial perfection, started to feel distant and irrelevant.
Check, check, check one, check two, check, check.
Embracing imperfection. Ava learns that true beauty lies in imperfections. One rainy afternoon, Ava stumbled upon a pottery class. The feel of the cool clay in her hands, the rhythmic spinning of the wheel, the sheer joy of creating something tangible filled her with an unfamiliar peace. Her first attempts were clumsy, her creations far from perfect, yet in those imperfections Ava found a strange beauty. The uneven edges, the accidental dents, they were all a testament to the human touch, to the beauty of imperfection. She realized that perfection, with its polished facade, lacked soul, lacked the raw, unfiltered essence of life. Ava realizes that happiness is not a destination, but a journey. As days turned into weeks, Ava felt a profound shift within her. She was no longer chasing perfection, no longer seeking validation through likes and comments. She found happiness in the simple things: a shared meal with friends, a walk in nature, the satisfaction of a hard day's work. Happiness, she realized, was not a destination, a perfect life captured in a digital snapshot. It was in the journey, in the messy, unpredictable, and utterly beautiful chaos of the human experience. It was in the shared laughter, the heartfelt conversations, the comfort of genuine connections. Reconnecting with authenticity, Ava rebuilds her life with real connections at its core. Ava never went back to her old life. She rebuilt her life brick by brick with real connections at its core. She embraced her imperfections, celebrated the imperfections of others, and found beauty in the raw, unfiltered tapestry of life. The digital world, once her sanctuary, now seemed like a distant memory, a faded photograph of a life she once lived. She learned that true happiness, true fulfillment, came not from seeking perfection, but from embracing the messy, the unpredictable, the perfectly imperfect reality of being human. And in that realization, Ava finally found her own unique rhythm of happiness. When used wisely, technology has the potential to unlock incredible possibilities. Let's harness its power for good and create a future where humans and technology thrive together. Subscribe to Vidozo for more interesting technology drama.